सुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं तत्समस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षीभूतं भावातीतं गगनसदृशं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। ॐ गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। ध्यानमूलं गुरुमूर्ति पूजामूलं गुरुपदं मन्त्रमूलं गुरुर्वाक्यं मोक्षमूलं गुरु कृपा। गुरु महाराज की जय। शिवोहम। Today we are taking the 20th stanza of chapter 13 Srimad Bhagavad Geeta. In this stanza, the Sadguru is telling to Arjuna that all the function and their doers, they are the senses. And the nature is responsible of all the doings and all the activities. But unfortunately, the person who is living in the sedation of the Maya, he think that he is doer. So, he unnecessarily avail the pain and the pleasures. Karya karana kartatve hetuhu prakriti ruchyate purusha sukh dukhana भोक्तत्वे हेतुरुच्यते। कार्य करण कर्तत्वे हेतुः प्रकृति उच्यते पुरुषः सुख दुःखानां भोक्तत्वे हेतुच्यते। कार्य करण, the functions and their doer instruments, senses. Kartatve, they do that all worldly activities, and the cause and the root cause, it means hetu. Prakriti, the nature. Ruchyate, it is told by the great persons. Purusha, the jiva, the jivatma. Bhoktatve, it means avail. Sukh dukkhanam, pain and the pleasures. Because he is the ignore of the real truth, so he avail these things. This fact is telling by the Rishi Munis. Because the function and the all senses, they are performer. They are originated by the nature. And Jiva think that he is doer. So it is the basic cause of his pains and worldly pleasures. My dear friend, the Satchidananda Paramatma The only and only one, the master of millions of galaxies and billions of universes uncountable. He is the real master. He is the real God. He is the real existence. He is the only installation and the base of the universes and the galaxies. The persons, they are full. The imagination, the imaginary masters, the imaginary God and Goddess. That is all the dreamy imagination. The Satchidananda Paramatma, Lord Krishna, came on the earth in the visible form of a human body, but he was not a human body. He was the pure and purest presence of the existence on this earth. And he came on this earth for his lovers and the seekers, and for purification of all the dharmas. He wanted to give the real and true light to all humanity. So he put this Geeta as the mother put the food for his children. When the mother went on his job, he put the food, enough food in the kitchen. She wanted his children will not feel the hunger. So the Master Sadguru Satchidananda Paramatma Lord Krishna and the Master of the all universes, he comes in the form of different type of the avatara. He comes time to time on the earth for the sake, for the welfare of his seekers and lovers on this earth. And he destroys the evils and devils. I want to repeat here the standard quotation of all the religious message of Sanatana Dharma. The God comes on the earth for three type of persons. One is the cow. Cow is not animal. I want to declare by this discourse, cow is not animal. Cow is the form of the Mother Earth. Cow is the greatest goddess, including all the powers of the divinity and the purity. If anyone will disrespect the cow, he is directly disrespecting to the God. So go. It is called go. And the Brahmana, the Satchidananda Paramatma Almighty comes on the earth for the Brahmana. Brahmana means the rishis, munis, masters, and awakened, enlightened persons. Brahman is not a caste. A Brahman is a stage of the life. Brahman is the standard of the spiritual standard of spiritual situation. It's called the Brahmana. And the third level is that the lovers and the seekers of the God. My dear friend, unfortunately this world is the thankless world. Unfortunately, this world is a blind world. This world knows only the sensory organs sensation. He is a very big fool because he do not know in behind the sensory organs sensation there is a consciousness. And behind the consciousness there is existence. And the existence is the universal. The existence is the all galaxy. Galaxial, I am using a new word. Existence is all galaxial. My dear friend, the Krishna is coming on the earth when the cloth of the Krishna was fall down on the earth was trembling because he was not a man. He was existence. He is existence. He is existing here, everywhere, every particle. So don't worry. The seekers and lovers of the God never worry and never fear because God is everywhere. God will help him. them. Don't worry. And me like Sadguru, they will come. All the time they will come to you. Because the Sadguru comes to serve the seekers. In the chain of these teachings, in this stanza, the Krishna is telling to the Arjuna, all the functions, karya it means work, functions, performance. All the performance or the activity or the function or the act, they are performing by the sensory organs. The functions performing, it is the duty of the sensory organs. The function, the performance and the sensory organs, they are the part of the nature, not part of you. They are the part of the nature, not part of you. You are not body, you are not mind, you are not sensory organs. So, this declaration is declared by the Atma, Jnani, Paramahansa, the Brahma, Vitta, the Rishis and Muni, the supreme enlightened persons. Till this world is come in the origin, and now this world which will destroy. This fact is the fact. This is true. My dear friends, what is the karma? You are all introduced by all the work and function and activities, because work and function and activities you know very well. Every function, every work, every activity, even you are sleeping or eating or bathing or doing or talking or understanding or reading or everything, every work, every function you know very well, very well. There is no need of discussion. But what is the karna? You do not know the karna. Karna is the doer. And who is doer? Your sensory organs is doer. What is your sensory organs? You have 10 sensory organs. 5 the knowers and 5 the doers. 5 the knowing sensory organs, so they are called Jnanendriya, knowing senses. And 5 the doing senses. I already described in my discourses the 5 doers and 5 knowers. But I want to repeat now for the sake of your new listeners. Your eyes, your ear, your taste buds, your skin, your nose, these 5 are knower. These are the knower sensory organs, Jnanendriya. And the doers, your hand, your feet, your mouth, speak, your genital organs. These are the doers. My dear friend, these 10 senses is called outer senses. And you all the life you devote in the outer senses. You do not know the inner senses even. But there is 4 inner senses. They are called Antakarana. They are internal senses. That one is the mind, second is the intellect, third is the mood, and fourth is the ego. These are 4 called internal senses. But you do not know. You think you are mind, you think you are intellect, you think you are ego, you think you are mood. So you flow in these all 14, 10 plus 4. So Sadguru is telling Karya Karan Kartabbe. This is the duties of every senses. I will see. Eye is pure senses. If you see that any type of stimulation, if eye is seeing good scene, the eye become pleasant. The eye see the peaceful thing, eye become pleasant. I see the vegetation, the flowers, the very, very nice spring and the ocean and the pool. So eyes will be happy. And I see the cruel scene. Somebody is killing and beating anyone. So I will that scene come in the eye and eyes become the another type of expression. Sometimes we see the movie in talkies and there is the violence scene, so I also become the violent. Sometimes I don't want to use, but I will use to understand you. Sometimes you see the sexual scenes in the life or in the videos or in the cinema. So your eyes become the sexy. Physical relationship, if you see, then your eyes, that things come in your eyes. Sometimes you see the merciful things. As I see a picture today in the internet, a little child is telling to his mother, "Mother, don't cry. When I will be grown up, I will give you all the facilities of life." I read that picture quotation, then I also melt. I think, oh my God, in this world the persons are so unhappy. They have no food, no shelter, no cloth. So when I see like this scene, the scene comes in the eyes, and the eyes change, the eyes become merciful, the tears come in the eyes. So eyes is pure, but the eyes is changed by the sights and the scenes and the stimulations. They change by the stimulations. My dear friend, my dear friends, this is not only a story of eye. This is the story of all the physiology of all your senses. If you put the lemon on your tongue, you will feel the lemon taste, and your reaction will be changed. If you put the red chili on your tongue react burning. If you put the sweet on your tongue, your reaction is changed. So all the sensory organs, they are current, they have their duties, they are performing very well, better than you. But you are not performing the duty of you, because you are still in the blindness, you are still in the darkness. So my dear friend, even they are the sensory organs, they are non-living, they are only instrument, they are taking the energy and consciousness by your pure soul. But their work, their function is differently. So this stanza is telling that is the duty of your sensory organs. They are only depend, not only depend on you, they all functions are come by the nature. The presence of existence is enough like a catalyst, but the existence never involved in any function. So you are non-involving person, but you think that you are involving. My dear friend, in this way, the sensory organs perform their duties, and this performance comes from the para and apara prakriti. Para, it means, we can use a word, para, it means unknowing nature. and apara is the knowing nature. So my dear friend, this unknowing nature and knowing nature, they are both responsible of all the function is going on in your life, in the world, in the galaxy, in the stars, in everywhere. The Ramacharita says, this body is constructed by the 5 elements, Pancha Tattva Ihara Chitta Sarira. But the mind, intellect, mood and ego, this is the invisible nature, and the body is the apara, and these 4 are para. But these are both are depend on the nature, so the basic root and the basic cause is the only in nature. And the consciousness of the existence is remaining stable everywhere. So you can see that when the ocean is remaining everywhere, and the waves can be comes and goes, and you can see the fog can come and goes on the ocean, and the bubbles they comes and goes in the oceans. So the world is like a bubbles, and the existence is like an ocean. I will want to give you second example for this stanza. The sun is shining everywhere, but the world is doing everything in the light of the sun, but sun is not responsible for their doings. Because sun is totally detached from your doing. If you are doing good or bad, sun will not tell you. So like existence is a sunlight, and you are doing, performing by your senses, but your sun is inside of you, that is your existence. So my dear friend, this nature is doer, this nature is active, this nature has a rhythm, but by the ignorance of the real truth of existence, by the ignorance of yourself, by the ignorance of your dilemmas, by the ignorance of your misunderstandings, you think that inner side, your pure and purest soul, this is called the Purusha, Chaitanya. You think that he is doer because of the blindness of ego pressurize you, think like that. So this position, when the blindness of ego make you the Jiva, but you was the Shiva, but you become the Jiva. So that blindness, and that is not unknowing of yourself, this is by the mistake, by the mismemory, you think that you are a Jiva, and then when you think that you are a Jiva, you will become the doer. Then you make the relationship with the nature. Then you make the possessiveness with the nature. Then you make your own hypothetic imagination. Then you impose your wills on the nature, and nature will not accept your wills. So you will feel the pain. And when the nature is favorite about you, you feel the pleasure. You can think. When the winter is came, the light coolness comes. You feel that you are living in the air conditioner's very good temperature. You jump joy, that is springtime. Oh, that is good time. When the hard time comes, the freezing temperatures come. The outside, everywhere, the snow is falling. And then you feel the hard temperature, you feel the pain, you feel the uneasiness. So in the life also, when somebody accept your wills, somebody do good with in the favor of you, you become that you are happy. Then somebody is oppose you, and somebody is telling some bad thing against you, you feel that you are insulted, you are unhappy. But in the both condition, there is not you, there is all the nature, and there is only the imposing relationship of you by the ignorance of the truth of your inner consciousness that is never attached to anywhere. So my dear friend, these the pain and the pleasures, these are the sin and the good things, these the death and the birth, these the good and bad in this world, these are all not cause of you. These are comes by the nature, and you adopt them unnecessarily because you think that you are a doer. It is a very clear picture. If a king is sleeping in the night and he see the dreams that he is become the beggar, and he is unnecessary feel the pain, he unnecessary weeping, crying in the dream. Sometimes the person they are unnecessary they want. I see a ID in the Facebook, and there were the many pictures of the Draculas, skeletons, killings, and the black cloth, and the black faces, and the big teeth, and so on. They are taking the pleasure in the fear. Somebody is feel the pleasure in the fear, thrilling in the fear. They see the horror pictures. They see the violent pictures. They see the fighting and action picture. So this type of your life is also. You want enjoy in the fear also. You want enjoy in the horror also. You want enjoy in the relationship also. You want enjoy in the crying also. You want enjoy in the jokes also. That is your selection. That is not selection of the existence. That is the you are befooling yourself. Nobody is befooling you. Because the existence never give to priority to anyone, and existence never ignore to anyone. Existence is the equal, existence is the same, existence is the impartial, existence is merciful for all. Because there is no second person, only one existence is everywhere in this world. My dear friend, that the king is sleeping in the night and seeing the bad dreams. Who is the responsible for that? He himself is responsible, because he is collecting the bad impression in his mind, and the impressions they become the dream. So my dear friends, nobody is responsible for your pain and pleasure. You yourself is responsible, because you are collecting the impression of the bad and good in your millions of previous birth, and Sadguru want to wash out your all impressions. Sadguru want to free you from the karma theory. Sadguru want to free from all illusions. Where is the karma theory? A thunder came and many persons died. A tsunami came, the tsunami came, and many persons died. A volcano erupted and many persons died. A earthquake came, many persons died. They all died persons, they are sinners. There is no any good person. You can think. What is sin of the cattle and the wild animals? They are not sinner. They are pure living beings. Why they die? So it proves that your karma theory is wrong. Your karma theory itself is illusion. And Sadguru want to pull out you from all the illusions of the karma theory and all the sleepings and all the darkness or all the misunderstanding and all the maya and all the doer. He want to be you a seer. He want to be you a non-doer. He want to separate and detach you from all the pain and the pleasure of the world. So when you will detach, then you will not avail. When you are the doer, then you are become the taker. When you are not doer, how can you become the taker? So this stanza is giving the teaching that if you are come out from the sleep of ignorance by the Sakshi meditation of awareness, then you can save yourself, otherwise you cannot save yourself. And the masters and the Sadgurus, they are teaching you the other spiritual practices. They are befooling you because they are not awakening you, they are not detaching you, they are not awakening your real consciousness that you are Satchidananda Paramatma, you are the God existence, you are the immortal, you are the ocean of the nectar, you are the ocean of the knowing, you are not doer, you are the omnipresence Satchidananda Paramatma. Shivoham, Shivoham.